everybody, and welcome to Storm Reads. And today I am going to do the Cozy Mystery book tag. I believe it was originally made by Cortagonist and Courtney at Cortagonist and one other person, but I can't remember their name. So I will link the information down below like I normally do. And I'm not going to talk too much about each of the book because I don't want this to be a really long video. So I'm going to try to remember to put the Goodreads down for all the books that I talk about so that if you want to go check them out, you can. And anyway, Cozy Mysteries is one of my favorite things to read, and so I had to do this tag, especially since it is March Mystery Madness, and I thought it would be a really perfect time to do this. I don't know if I've done this one in the past, but if I have, sometimes my viewpoints on things have changed, so you never know. So I'm going to do it anyway. Whether I've done it or not, I don't know, because I didn't look. But anyway, the first one is location, 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 and it's your favorite small town cozy. So I'm going to have to go with the very first cozy mystery series that I ever read that got me hooked on cozies, which is the Tourist Trap Mysteries by Len Cahoon. I love South Cove. South Cove is just sounds like a super fun place to be, and I like the characters and I love everybody there. And it's kind of like just like quaint town where pretty much everybody knows everybody and everything, and it just sounds super fun. It's Jill is the main character, and she has a bookstore and a coffee shop together, and she likes mysteries a lot, so she's my kind of person, and she just can't help but get herself involved in a lot of the murders and everything in town, even though her boyfriend, who is a detective, does not like it when she does. But he has roped her into helping him sometimes when he knows that she'd probably do better than him. So, yeah. But it's one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. And I'm almost caught up on that one. I need to read the newest one that's come out, and then I'll be caught up on it. But I stay pretty current with that one. Doesn't happen a lot, but with that one I do. Then the second one is For the Love of Food, your favorite foodie themed cozy. And I was going through my list of cozy mysteries that I have read, and I realized that I haven't really read a whole lot of foodie themes. Like I've read some, but for them to be none of them were like favorites. So I went with the Mary Muffin Mysteries by Victoria Hamilton because I do enjoy that one. I think I am two, maybe three away from catching up with that one, and I like it. It's about Mary who she is a baker in this small town, and I can't remember what it's called, White something anyway, but it's kind of a different type of town, and she just always seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and gets involved in a lot of things. It's got some pretty overly dramatic characters in there. Her friend, which I can't remember his name, but he has a really strange name. He's a little strange, but funny and cool, but strange. And anyway, the next one is a man or woman's best friend, your favorite furry friend. Oh, I like all the furry ones in any of the cozy mysteries I read. If it's got a furry friend in there, I'm more than likely going to pick it up probably than if it didn't. So a lot of the ones that I like have furry little friends in it. But I'm going to go with Gopher from the Cajun Country Mysteries by Ellen Byron. Gopher is this adorable basset hound, and I just love him to pieces. And I like it when they're not just featured on the cover, but they're actually in the book quite a bit. And Gopher is mentioned quite a bit in the book series, and he's just adorable. There have been some additions to the family that's not just Gopher anymore. I think her name is Jolene or something. I can't remember. And it's another little, I think a dog. I think there might be some cats. But yeah, they've got a lot of furry little friends going on. And anyway, yeah, it's one of my favorites. I really love it. It's set in Louisiana, so if you like that kind of a setting, you would probably like this one. And then the next one is for law enforcement, friend or foe, your favorite ally or enemy law enforcer. I'm going to go with a friend, and the reason I'm doing it this way is because I'm going with the Kenny Lowry mystery series, and Kenny Lowry is actually a sheriff in a small town. And so, of course, she's going to be the ally. She is the one doing all the crime solving. So, even though it's a cozy mystery series, it's, she's actually law enforcement. But the thing I like about the Kenny Lowry series is one of her main deputies, kind of like, I'll put like deputies, is her grandpa who used to be sheriff, but he's dead. And so he helps her out whenever there is a murder that happens. He seems to just automatically appear out of nowhere. He might not be anywhere around any other time, but then he kind of appears and helps her solve crime. There is also another deputy, which is her boyfriend actually too. But yeah, I just thought it was fun that this one is actually centered around a female sheriff in a small town, and it's a cozy, and it's a lot of fun. And I don't remember if I mentioned who that was, but it's by Tanya Kappas. And then number 5, it says Idle Hands, and it's a favorite job or hobby to read about. And I noticed that I read a lot of bookish or light library type things, anything to do with books. And I read more crafty type things, I guess, and pet friendly themes. Those seem to be my top ones that I read. I guess I'm not a big a foodie as some. I like to read about the libraries and stuff. And then number 6 is Elementary, my dear Watson, your favorite best friend or Watson-esque type of person. And I'm going to go with Jane from the Sherlock Holmes Bookshop Mysteries by Vicky Delaney. I am actually caught up on this series. Go me. Yay! And anyway, it's about Gemma Doyle, who runs the Sherlock Holmes bookstore. So it's like all things Sherlock Holmes, from the canon to like the past, which is like any of the kind of spin-offs of Sherlock or whatever. And it even has some weird things like mugs and stuff like that in there. But anything Sherlock, she's selling it. And her friend owns or is partnered in a tea room that's next door. And she runs the tea room next door, and it's called Mrs. Hudson's Tea Room. And so they're kind of like linked together. And she doesn't like fight crimes with her much, but that is her best friend. So yeah, she's always confiding in her about things, and sometimes she does kind of help her when she needs somebody to help her with trying to solve the crime. Number 7 is One Big Happy Family, your favorite cozy family. And I was trying not to repeat myself by putting up the same book, but the only like big family or like that I could think of that just off the top of my head was the family from the Cajun Country Mysteries by Ellen Byron. There's Maggie, and then there's her boyfriend and her octogenarian grandmother, and her mom and dad that run the B&B, and all of her friends that are almost like family, because I mean, just the style of it is, it's just, they're just a big family, and they do a lot of things together, and she helps her parents with the B&B plus her own job. And her grandmother cracks me up. She's pretty funny. And so yeah, so I really like that family. And then the next one is number 8, Tis the Season favorite holiday themed cozy. And the only one that I could think of that came to mind that I've actually read that was just basically just holiday themed is the Christmas Tree Farm series by Jacqueline Frost. And so far there's only been 2 out, but I did see that there's going to be a 3rd one coming out, so I'm really excited about this. And I really like the character Holly, and she's just a lot of fun. And the cozy mysteries themselves are a lot of fun. They're very humorous and lighthearted, and it's all centered around Christmas and everything. So, yeah. a good one. Number 9, sometimes punny is the best. Name your favorite punniest title. I had a hard time with this one. A lot of my favorites don't have super punny titles, but I have read a few of these from the Food Lover Village series by Leslie Budowitz, and I thought Butter Off Dead was kind of funny. Instead of Better Off Dead, Butter Off Dead. And then number 10 is a month by month, solving through the fall, winter, spring, and summer. What is your favorite seasonal cozy? And that was really hard for me because I don't really often remember what season a book is in unless it's Christmas or Halloween or something and it has it on the front where it's like a dead giveaway. I don't really pay that much attention. I do know that TJ Jensen's Paradise Lake series by Kathy Daly has a lot of the different seasons because of the names of the books. Like there's Pumpkins in Paradise and Fireworks in Paradise and Beaches in Paradise, or maybe it was Bikinis in Paradise or something. So you can tell that there's like different seasons with those, and that's the only ones I could come up with. And I haven't read all of those. I think I am about 4 behind maybe on that series. And the next one is number 11. It's a special skill, and it says, does your favorite amateur detective have a unique skill? And that one was hard too, because like a lot of them, I mean, they're either librarians or crafty or something like that. They don't really have a unique skill. And so there's not very many in this series. I don't know if she's not going to make any more in this series. I think there's only like 3. But I enjoyed this one, and it was it was Dangerous Type by Paige Shelton, and the main character, whose name I can't remember, repairs old typewriters and restores old books. And so I thought that was kind of a unique skill that you don't really see a lot of in cozies. And another one of my favorites, and I didn't put it as the first one because some people may not think of it as cozy, but I do, and that's the Shelby Nichols series by Colleen Helm. And the special unique skill that Shelby has is in the very first one, called Carrots. She gets shot in the head, and because of that, like it, I don't know if it just skimmed her. It didn't do a lot to her, but now she can read minds, and because she can read minds, it's gotten her into so much trouble. She works for a mobster. She works for the police. She's worked for the FBI. She has her own consulting thing, and she solves all these, tries to solve these crimes and helps them do all these things. And because she can read minds. And so, yes, it's called the Shelby Nichols Adventures, I think, but they're never anything in there drastic or graphic or anything like that. So I consider them cozy mysteries. And because of that, I wanted to mention it because I think she has a unique skill because she can read minds. Okay. The next one, number 12, is the reading time. How do you get cozy to read a cozy? Well, I do most of my reading upstairs in my room where I'm at, and I don't have like a comfy chair or anything. There's either this chair, which isn't comfortable, or my bed. And so I do most of my reading on my bed. I just recently acquired a nice little wedge thing that I can put up against the wall and kind of wedge myself up a little bit better than trying to do it with my pillows. That was not going very well. But yeah, I just, I just read. I don't have to get cozy to read, so I just read. And the last one, number 13, is recommendations. What are some of your favorite cozies? Well, besides the ones that I've mentioned in this, I would say that I really like the Gaslight Mysteries from Victoria Hamilton, I believe. Or no, Victoria Thompson. I got two Victorias and I get them confused sometimes. But yeah, the Gaslight Mysteries from Victoria Thompson, those are really fun. They are a historical mystery series, and the main character is a midwife, and she comes from a wealthy family and everything, and so it's pretty fun. I like it. And I just read 2 of those just recently, or actually I listened to them. And let's see, what else? There's so many. Almost all the Ellery Adams series I really enjoy, especially the Supper Club mysteries. Anything from Lynn Cahoon. I mean, I mentioned that I really enjoy the South Cove. That was the first one, on the first one there. And it is top tier, my favorite. And I've mentioned the Library Lover series before by Jen McKinley. I really enjoy that one. And yeah, this could go on. I've read so many cozies, and I pretty much like just about everything that I've read. Whether I've completely loved them, maybe not, but I mean, I've enjoyed almost everything. I don't think I hardly ever give cozy mysteries less than 4 star. So, I mean, they're always just fun. And if I'm not liking it, then I just don't read the series. So, yeah, anything. Just read a cozy. So that's all I have for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.